My name is the Reverend Field Russell, pastor of Banner Elk Presbyterian Church and a member of the Board of Trustees at Lees-McRae College. Let us pray together on this glorious occasion as we have much for which to be thankful. Let us pray. Come among us this day, God of our covenant, because there are many of us here who wish to thank you for sustaining us during those long nights when the project was due and our creativity was waning, for strengthening us when we didn't think we could make it any further, for encouraging us when we were down on ourselves, for giving us family and friends who have supported us selflessly, for the professors and administrators and staff who have given their best for us. For more than we can even express in these few minutes, come among us, Holy Spirit, because some of us need to be humbled and reminded that in spite of this college preparation and the promise of our future, we cannot succeed or manage by going it on our own. Temper our celebrations this day with recognition that our gratitude should be directed to you, and that without your continued guidance and grace, we can do little of meaning or value. Come among us, victorious Lord, because we wish to celebrate with you this moment of victory, this end, which is more a beginning, and that thrust us forward into the next chapter of life with confidence. Come and share with us the excitement, joy, relief, exuberance, anticipation, and thrill of success, always helping us cast aside the doubts and fears and confusions that would come into the mix. Come and with our earned diplomas, grant a measure of your Spirit that will empower us and which reminds us that we belong to you. In the name of the one who inspired the founding of this great institution, Jesus the Christ. Amen. It is my pleasure now to introduce to you Dr. Bo Bennett, Associate Provost for Distance Learning. Bo?
Good afternoon. On behalf of President Buxton and the entire Lees-McRae College family, I'd like to welcome you to the 2017 Spring Commencement Ceremony. I'd like to thank you all for traveling to beautiful Banner Elk to participate in our commencement festivities and celebrate your achievements. We know you had many options as you decided where to pursue your education, and we are grateful that you chose Lees-McRae. I know I speak for all faculty and staff when I say congratulations on reaching this important milestone. We are extremely proud of you. Post-traditional students have different obstacles to overcome in pursuit of achieving their higher education goals. Like many of you, I maintain a full-time job and family obligations while completing my degrees, all online. I vividly recall being up all night completing a research paper while taking turns with my wife changing and feeding the baby, then only getting about 2 hours of sleep before my 12-hour shift as a police officer, just to get off work and do it all over again. Those are the sacrifices that I made to complete my education. But like many of you, I did not do it alone. If it were not for your spouses, children, extended family, and friends motivating you to continue your path, many of you would not be here today. I'd like to take a moment at this time and applaud your support systems. Some of you are the first in your families to attain a four-year degree. Cherish this moment and all the sacrifices you and your family have endured to achieve it, because you have single-handedly changed the trajectory of your family for generations to come. Your children will have graduate degrees and your grandchildren will be doctors and lawyers. All of this is possible through the decision you made to continue your education. As you go forth in life in pursuit of the American dream, whether that is continuing your education, changing careers, promoting at work, or becoming a leader in your community, I encourage you to remember your alma mater. Also remember, no matter what situation you're in, you have a choice. No matter how bad things are, you have a choice. No matter what you think you can or cannot do, you have a choice. Life is full of choices, like the one all of you made when you decided to continue your education and attend Lees-McRae College. When I was in the 7th grade, I was made to learn and recite a poem. I hated that poem in 7th grade, and I hated my teacher for making me recite it. But little did I know the profound impact it would have on my life. It has inspired me in some of my most trying times and provided the encouragement to strive and reach my goals. The title of the poem is It Couldn't Be Done by Edgar A. Guest. Someone said it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one to say so until he tried. So he buckled right in with a bit of a grin on his face. If he was worried, he hid it. And he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Someone scoffed, but you would never do that, at least no one's ever done it. But he took off his coat and took off his hat, and before they knew, he begun it. With a lift of a chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubt, and acquitted. And he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it couldn't be done. There are thousands to prosper a failure. There are thousands to point out one by one the dangers that assail you. But just buckle right in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. Thank you. Sorry, Dr. Crabtree. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the Highlanders under the direction of Miss Holly Hendricks, instructor of voice, as they present the musical selection, I Lived. Now I turn the page.
Hope when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay.
Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, give it all you have.
And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain.
And when that moment comes, you say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when the sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh yeah.
And I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until that moment comes, I'll say
Every broken bone, I swear I live. Every broken bone,
I lived.
I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone,
I swear I lived. I swear I lived. Thank you, Highlanders. My name is Todd Lead. I'm the provost here at Lees-McRae College, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce the president of Lees-McRae, Dr. Barry M. Buxton.
Thank you, Dr. Lead. We are honored and proud to have with us today Dr. Mark Reed, educator, academic leader, athlete, and humanitarian. Not only is Mr. Reed our 2017 commencement speaker, he is the recipient of an honorary doctorate degree in education from Lees-McRae College. Mark Reed joined Charlotte Country Day School in July 2009. Mr. Reed's leadership, under Mr. Reed's leadership, Country Day has enhanced campus safety, developed a multiple-year strategic plan, increased the endowment to $54 million, hosted several public art exhibitions, improved the athletic fields and campus aesthetics, established an all-school convocation, a parent speaker series, and a science outreach program. In the fall of 2014, he was elected to the Headmasters Association, a highly selective professional organization comprised of the top 100 private school leaders in America. Currently, Mr. Reed serves on the Board of Trustees for the following organizations: Teachers Fellowship Institute, Southern Association of Independent Schools, Foundation for the Carolinas, and Carolinas Healthcare System. He is a field professor and serves on the Board of Advisors for the Klingenstein Center of Columbia University, as well as the Board of Advisors for Carney, Sandow, and Associates. Previously, Mr. Reed served as assistant headmaster at St. John's School, a K through 12 co-ed school of 1,200 students in Houston, Texas. Mr. Reed's prior roles at St. John's have included teacher, coach, dean of students, and interim director of advancement. From 1986 to 1993, Mr. Reed was a world-class high jumper and athlete, and he competed on the international track and field circuit. Mr. Reed is a native of Montana and received his undergraduate degree from the University of Houston and a master's degree in educational administration, independent school leadership from Columbia University. In addition, while at St. John's, he served as a trustee of a college preparatory school, serving economically disadvantaged youth in the greater Houston area. He also served as a member of a coalition supporting area nonprofit fine and performing arts organizations. A scholar in the field of education, an advocate for quality athletics and arts programs, a supporter of his community, a leader in ensuring that quality education is accessible to all young people. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and congratulate Dr. Mark Earl Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the administration, the faculty and staff, I am proud to present to you Dr. Mark Earl Reed, who will deliver our commencement address entitled, "The Honor of Failure."
Thank you for that kind introduction, President Buxton, Board Chair Tourneau, Provost Lead, distinguished faculty and administration, parents, and the class of 2017. Thank you for having me today. As I stand here thinking about such a wonderful introduction, the word honor comes to mind. It's an old word, honor, a word I love, a word that guides me personally and captures what I feel at this moment. It is a true honor to be here with you. It's an honor to send the class of 2017 out into this country and world as our hope and promise for the future. It's an honor to see all of the wonderful people who've been committed to their growth and support. Class of 2017, congratulations. Can I ask everyone to give them a hand? Class of 2017, as you leave this fine institution of higher learning and these great faculty members who've given you the intellectual tools and the knowledge to find success, I hope you've found much more than the contents of a biology, history, English, or math textbook. I hope you've expanded your ability to show empathy. I hope you've honed your keen sense of caring for those around you and discovered a passion for something you would have never guessed before entering Lees-McRae College. If you were to simply look around you, I mean right here where we're sitting, and think about the founding and progression of this school, from the 1899 fireside school to the fine educational institution that you've enjoyed, you would see a school grounded in caring for others, a school that's been committed to the growth of its students. From the start, this school has honored that commitment and does so today. The history of this school is an excellent model and example of deep commitment to education and service to others. If you look at how far this school has come from 1899 to now, we could all aspire to such continuous growth. Class of 2017, I promise two things today, and I'm sure that you'll hopeful at least one of them will be true. The first I promise is to offer you a few words of advice from my head and heart. You'll find that when you make decisions from your head and your heart, they tend to be the best decisions you'll ever make. The second promise is related to the first in that it will be a few words of advice. Thomas Jefferson was once quoted as saying, "The most valuable of all talents is to never use two words when one will do." So in an effort to follow that sage advice, I promise to be brief. If you leave here recalling nothing else about my comments, know this: for the rest of your lives, failure and how you honor it will define your existence far more than any success you may experience. I know that sounds a bit harsh, maybe even a bit odd. Why would we honor failure? But we live in a society where perfect is the photoshopped, Instagrammed, filtered, and curated standard. The pressure to be or seem perfect is incessant and tremendous. I see it every day at schools around the country, including my own. Students scared of exploring an academic interest for fear of a B, or scared of trying a non-academic pursuit for fear of a less than perfect performance. I see this fear of failure in employees and talk about it frequently with industry leaders. You see, we live in a society where it feels too risky to fail. Today, I want you to consider the opposite. If we stop taking risk and we stop failing, how will we ever progress as a society, as a country, as humanity? What if we reframed failure? What if we saw failure as a catalyst of social progress, view it as a foundation for our advancement, or consider it the seed of our humanity's growth? What you see in front of you, in me, is a product and result of a series of failures. Failures from which all of my successes were born. No, my story is not some made-for-TV amazing story that you'll see years from now, thankfully. In summary, I was born in Montana, educated in Texas and New York, and I work in the great state of North Carolina. Yes, I was born in Montana. Is there anybody here from or even near Montana? I didn't think so. Pretty much happens every time I ask that question. To state the obvious, there aren't many African Americans born and raised in Montana. So what's my story, and how did I get there, and what in the world does that have to do with failure? Well, I was born in 1965, the fourth child to Eddie and Eva Reed, who were both born in Alabama in the late 30s and 40s. It doesn't take a professional historian to tell you that during the 30s, 40s, and 50s, when my parents grew up, Alabama was not a great place for African Americans. Both grew up with little to no money, little to no opportunity, and came from families with little to no education. To say that my mother and father left a deep impression and impact on my life would be a gross understatement. They spent their lives turning failure into success and demonstrating to me and my siblings that failure can be a path to true success. But in order for that success to be realized, you need to do a few things, beginning with picking yourself up when you fail or fall short. If you do that and you're reflective, truly learning from your efforts, you'll discover more about yourself and more about your actions than you ever would if you had a smooth sail to success. So I challenge you to attempt something you want bad enough that you would truly sacrifice for it. And if you do, you'll surely see some failure on the road to that success. My father is an example of just that. According to some former major league coaches and players, my father, Eddie Reed, was one of the finest baseball players to have never played in the major leagues. He played in the Negro Leagues and in the Dodgers organization until he finally retired from baseball in 1963. So that's how we ended up in Montana. Many who watched my dad play believe that by the time he had his chance and the color line in Major League Baseball was truly broken, allowing African Americans the opportunity to play, he was past his prime. Yes, he tried more than once or twice. He strove valiantly. He picked himself up. He brushed the dirt of the outfield off his cleats. Yet he failed. Or did he? You see, my dad, Eddie Reed, believed that every opportunity was an opportunity to try and an opportunity to learn. Every setback was an opportunity to succeed. Regardless of success or failure, my father saw every effort as an opportunity to improve. In the end, he never played a single major league game, but he learned perseverance. He developed singular focus on a goal. He analyzed every effort he made that came up short. His development of grit, mission focus, and self-reflection are the reasons that I'm here today. He used those skills to ensure that every one of his children had what he didn't, a college education and an opportunity for a better life. We grew up trying to determine where we would go to college, not if we would go to college, all thanks to my father honoring his so-called failures. A life lesson I would ask each of you to consider. With every effort you make from this day moving forward, honor your failure. Take time to ask yourself what went right, what went wrong, what did you learn about yourself, and ultimately, what can you do better the next time? The lessons you learn and the skills you acquire while attempting something great and failing greatly will carry over into every aspect of your life and lead to even greater successes than you ever imagined. Without a doubt, my father was one of the greatest role models of my life, and he gave me one of the greatest gifts of my life. He taught me that every opportunity to attempt something was an opportunity to grow regardless of the outcome. My mother, Eva, was a deeply religious woman and lived her life in a manner consistent with her beliefs. She was an educator and worked in public education until her death. She was a tireless advocate for those in need with no help, for those in need and those who had no help. I grew up watching her serve my hometown community as if every man, woman, and child were her own family. She never received a penny for that tireless service, but she would tell you she was rich with love. For 5 years, my mother battled ovarian cancer, and not once did she give up until she passed away in 1989. And by the way, her illness was during my undergraduate years, and yet my mother refused to allow me to leave college in Texas and come home to be by her side. Education meant that much to her. She wanted what many of your mothers in this audience want for you, an opportunity for a better life. If you've lost a parent during your years at Lees-McRae, my thoughts and prayers go out with you. I understand. Walking across this stage today and receiving your diploma is even more meaningful, as it was done under duress and during a very challenging time. During my mother's fight with cancer, she agreed to participate in cancer trials for an experimental drug called interleukin. As I recall, she was one of only a few participants granted a second round of treatments after the first didn't prove entirely effective. Interleukin was showing positive results for many others in the trials, and I assume the physicians wanted to try again. In her usual giving way, my mother, Eva, volunteered to help. Ultimately, after strong trials, including the ones that my mother participated in, interleukin was approved by the FDA. In my mother's death and failure to beat ovarian cancer, she honored the world, helping save thousands of lives and bringing the world one step closer to a cure. Keep in mind, the gift of failure is that it can help more than just the person attempting to succeed. All that background to say to you once again, you're looking at a person who tries to be an expression of effort, failure, and discovery for myself and others. Many pounds, yes, pounds, and years ago, I attempted to break the American record in the high jump. And I don't offer that in a boastful manner. I jumped just under 7 feet 8 inches, about 2 inches short of the American record at the time. I actually attempted to break the American record more than once or twice. And in fact, I failed every single time. But the life lessons I learned are also a part of why I'm here today. Just so we're clear, the high jump is the one you jump over the bar without the pole. Just make sure everybody knew that. All right, people tend to forget that. If you really think about the high jump, it always ends when the last person remaining has failed their last attempt at the highest height of the day. The winner is the one who not only jumped higher than everyone else, but was the last to fail. They are, if you will, an ultimate failure, always losing to gravity. Competing for years around the world in a sport that always ends in failure shapes your definition of failure and therefore your definition of success. Failure isn't about recovery, it's about discovery. Failure isn't about recovery, it's about discovery. In my experience, failure is a key ingredient to the development of grit, perseverance, courage, and leadership, all traits required for success. Class of 2017, as you cross this stage today, I challenge you to make a commitment to yourself, one that you'll honor the rest of your days. Dedicate yourself to something that requires your best with your every attempt. On the wall in my office, I have a quote by the 26th President of the United States, Theodore Teddy Roosevelt. In 1910, he gave a speech at the Sorbonne in Paris, France, one of the oldest educational institutions in the modern world. In his speech, which I believe is timeless, he challenges us to be present and give wholly of ourselves in our efforts to achieve. And in fact, he challenges us to pay no mind to those who are on the sidelines of life, judging how and if we succeed. He states, "It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows the great enthusiasms and devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Class of 2017, you have but one lifetime. Step in the arena. Spend yourself on something that seems to be impossible. Too big a goal simply isn't. We see daring greatly and failing greatly all around us. People achieve things every day that others believe to be impossible. Forget the moon. Think about your world. What are you passionate about? What are you going to change because you have the power to change it? Now, go out and change your world so that collectively you can make our world a better place. Class of 2017, in the end, I hope you are known, loved, challenged, and inspired. And I hope you know, love, challenge, inspire, and honor others around you. Congratulations, class of 2017, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Well, we have come to the most exciting moment in our ceremony where we present the candidates for degrees. And before I call on the deans of our respective schools to present those candidates, I'd like to recognize two groups of individuals who are with us today. Lees-McRae College is a veteran-friendly and supportive campus. We ask that employees, trustees, students, graduates, and guests to please stand and be recognized if you have served or are currently serving in the military forces. Thank you for your dedication, your bravery, your leadership, and your service to the United States of America. Next, we invite the family and friends of our graduates to join us in what is a long-standing tradition here at Lees-McRae College. While all of these students have accomplished much through their personal and academic pursuits, it's clear that none of them has achieved this accomplishment alone. All have benefited from the love, support, and encouragement of their family, friends, and faculty. Knowing this, we wish to recognize all individuals who have been so significant to each of our graduates in achieving their goals. If you are a member of a family, a visiting friend, or a faculty member of any of the graduates, please stand when that graduate's name is called and remain standing until his or her diploma has been presented. We're now ready to present the graduates for degrees. Each candidate has been certified by myself as the provost and by the registrar, Ms. Lynn Hinshaw, and the associate registrar, Ms. Kathy Henson, as having completed all academic requirements for his or her academic program of study. Dr. Buxton, will you please join us?
President Buxton, on behalf of the faculty in the School of Arts, Humanities, and Education, I am pleased and honored to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science who have met the requirements for a major in elementary education. As I call your name, will the candidate please come forward to receive her or his diploma? Casey Tolbert Gibson, elementary education, summa cum laude. Amber Nicole McClellan Billings, elementary education, cum laude. Hannah Bowman, elementary education, summa cum laude. Leah Marie Klein, elementary education, summa cum laude. Amanda Teal Coburn, elementary education, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Cook, elementary education, magna cum laude. Chelsea Pearl Craddock, elementary education, magna cum laude. Holly Lee Baker de Leon, elementary education, summa cum laude. Ashley Jones Edwards, elementary education, magna cum laude. Justine Maria Frost, elementary education, summa cum laude. Artie H. Gonzalez, elementary education, magna cum laude. Leanne Goodson, elementary education, summa cum laude. Samantha Hill Hickerson, elementary education, summa cum laude. Amanda Dale Hughes, elementary education, cum laude. Bethany Madison Humphreys, elementary education, magna cum laude. Mariana Cave Gerald, elementary education, summa cum laude. Kayla Nelson McCall, elementary education. Melanie Miller, elementary education, summa cum laude. Ashley Hassan, orders, elementary education, magna cum laude. David Glenn Pruitt, elementary education, summa cum laude. Leslie Pruitt, elementary education, summa cum laude. Lakin Rodrigue, elementary education. Lindsay Balgus Speaks, elementary education, summa cum laude. Sylvia Chastine Spraker, elementary education, summa cum laude. Kristen Taylor Stover, elementary education, summa cum laude. Gina Owen Thomas, elementary education, summa cum laude. Greta Danielle Walker, elementary education, summa cum laude. Paige Wall, elementary education, cum laude. And Brittany Watts, elementary education, summa cum laude.
President Buxton, on behalf of the faculty in the May School of Nursing and Health Sciences, I am pleased and honored to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing who have met the requirements for a major in nursing. As I call your name, will the candidate please come forward to receive his or her diploma? Dawn Benfield, Nursing, cum laude. Kevin Allen Bryant, Jr., Nursing, magna cum laude. Francia Buezo, Nursing, magna cum laude. Tiffany Burleson, Nursing, magna cum laude. Jennifer Lee Cahan, summa cum laude, Nursing. Melissa Lynn Carvalho, Nursing, magna cum laude. Lauren Denton, Nursing, magna cum laude. Jessica Renee Downey, Nursing, summa cum laude. Karen Smith Fleming, Nursing, magna cum laude. Megan Lee Fleming, Nursing, magna cum laude. Gail Lynn Bodenhammer Gaskill, Nursing, magna cum laude. Emily Gates, Nursing, magna cum laude. Carissa Harvey, Nursing, magna cum laude. Autumn McIntosh Honeycutt, Nursing, magna cum laude. Joretta Johnson, Nursing. Lindsay Lockridge Jones, Nursing. Brittany Friedel Leger, Nursing, cum laude. Beth A. McGuckin, Nursing, magna cum laude. Chelsea Elizabeth Matthews, Nursing, summa cum laude. Kayla Wilson Merching, Nursing, summa cum laude. Candace Morgan Newton, Nursing, cum laude. Sharon Smith Norman, Nursing, summa cum laude. Regina Presnell Parker, Nursing, magna cum laude. Samantha M. Poteet, Nursing, magna cum laude. Andrea Pritchard Rector, Nursing, summa cum laude. Terry L. Ryder, Nursing, magna cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Smith, Nursing, cum laude. Taylor Spracker, Nursing. Anna Marie Starnes, Nursing, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Vance, Nursing, cum laude.
President Buxton, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Natural and Behavioral Sciences, I am pleased and honored to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts and Sciences who have met the requirements for a major in Criminal Justice and Human Services. As I call your name, will the candidate please come forward to receive her or his diploma? Kristen Rebecca Arrington, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Brian Dwayne Bixby, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Kevin Gerald Black, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Lu Chu, Criminal Justice. Toa Chu, Criminal Justice. Sha Chu, Criminal Justice. Justin Dean Klein, Criminal Justice. Alda Zuviri Cook, Criminal Justice. Kelsey Lane Costner, Criminal Justice. Catherine Elizabeth Crisp, Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Donnie Brooks Dellinger, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Go. Norman Carl Armin Goring, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude, Alpha Chi inductee. Amanda Sue Hacker, Criminal Justice, cum laude. Michael Scott Hensley, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Alan Ray Herman, Criminal Justice. Leah Dawn Jones, Criminal Justice. Charles Jonah Curley, Criminal Justice. Daniel Lancaster, Criminal Justice, cum laude. Tico Jermaine Moss, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Hannah Benton Penley, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Eric Jason Phillips, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Lauren Adelaide Sisk, Criminal Justice, cum laude. Amy Deanne Thompson, Criminal Justice. William Vincent Verlin, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Daniel James Wakefield, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Nathan David Ward, Criminal Justice. Shelby Williams, Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Jason Cesana, Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Yang Xiong, Criminal Justice. James William York III, Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Tracy Hodges Beechler, Human Services. Chanel Tenise Carson, Human Services. Thank you, sir. Annette W. Cherry, Human Services. Lisa Ann Gaddy, Human Services, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ruth Goebel, Human Services, magna cum laude. Paige Harris, Human Services, summa cum laude. Christopher Marshall Hoover, Human Services, summa cum laude. Tasha Renee McLean, Human Services. Amanda Durham Pennell, Human Services, summa cum laude. Barbara Melissa Reynolds, Human Services, magna cum laude. And finally, Cassie Rose Tipton, Human Services, summa cum laude.
Will all of the candidates for degree please rise? President Buxton, it gives me tremendous pleasure to present to you the graduating class of 2017 for official commencement of baccalaureate degrees. Each candidate has completed all academic requirements endorsed by Lees-McRae College. So on behalf of the faculty of Lees-McRae, I recommend those degrees in specific academic programs be conferred upon these candidates as indicated in the commencement program.
On the recommendation of Provost Lead, and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Lees-McRae College and the state of North Carolina, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate degrees as listed in the official commencement program with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. This is now the moment for the symbolic change of the tassel, moving your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side to signify the endorsement of your degree. The trustees, the faculty, the staff, and administrators of Lees-McRae are very, very proud of you. Congratulations on your achievements. You may now be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask you to please welcome Dr. Laura Farrow, Dean of the May School of Nursing and Health Sciences, as she presents the H.C. Evans Fidelity Award.
Thank you, President Buxton. For 23 years, Lees-McRae College has recognized graduating seniors who embody the hallmarks of a Lees-McRae student. Named after the late Dr. H.C. Evans, 9th president of the college, the Fidelity Award recognizes academic excellence, campus citizenship, friendliness, leadership, and service to Lees-McRae and the surrounding community. The recipients are selected by the senior class, endorsed by the faculty and administration, and represent the highest ideals of the graduating class. Dr. Evans, after whom this award is named, used to refer to the Fidelity Award recipient as Mr. or Miss Lees-McRae College. 2 awards are presented, one for main campus and one for distance learning. The H.C. Evans Fidelity Award for distance learning goes to a graduating student admired and respected by faculty and peers alike. The recipient is receiving her Bachelor of Science in Nursing today through our RN to BSN completion program. She works as a full-time nurse in the intensive care unit at Carolina's Healthcare System while attending the RN to BSN program online. As a member of the Virtual Critical Care Committee and the Nursing Informatics Committee at their Blue Ridge campus, this recipient has been a tremendous asset to her place of employment. Additionally, this recipient has demonstrated high integrity, leadership, and excellence through her education at LMC. Achieving a 4.0 cumulative GPA, the recipient was recently inducted into the May School of Nursing Honor Society. From Morganton, North Carolina, please join me in congratulating Andrea Rector as one of the 2017 recipients of the H.C. Evans Fidelity Award of Distinguished Honor. Ms. Holly Hendricks, instructor of music, will lead us in our college hymn, accompanied by Mr. Paul Adamson.
Congratulations, graduates. Our founder, the Reverend Edgar Tufts, wrote the poem Assurance. The poem, set to Robert Schumann's hymn tune, became the official Lees-McRae College hymn in the late 1990s. The words are on the back cover of your program. Please stand and join me in singing Assurance. When 'twas thy Holy Spirit came into my heart with quickening power and set aglow a sacred flame, I cannot tell the day or hour, nor why it is thy Spirit chose to make a home within my breast and drive away my deadly foes of sin and lust and give me rest. But this I know, the work begun by thee will never cease nor wane, as long as God's immortal Son, as King of kings, shall live and reign. No fear of loss, the work is thine, and thine alone forevermore. No fear of death, thy light shall shine to guide my way to heaven's shore.
We ask the audience to remain standing and to stay in their places until the last graduate has left Hayes Auditorium. Graduates will pick up their diplomas in the Cannon Student Center, a place where everyone is invited to convene, visit with your professors, take pictures, share stories before you depart the campus. Remember, Lees-McRae, now your alma mater, will always welcome you back. Please visit often, and thank you all for attending today's ceremony. Congratulations, graduates, and please now receive the benediction. As you leave this hallowed place, may the Lord bless you with confidence in your personal abilities and goals, but also humility in how you seek your future, with faithfulness to the personal character and integrity and honor you have developed, but also sensitivity and consideration of all God's people and creatures. May the Lord bless you with courage to discover and pursue your purpose in life, but also the discretion to act thoughtfully and considerately for all, with commitment to excellence and success in the most important endeavors of your lives, but also an ample measure of grace when you do fail. May the Lord bless you with continued yearning for knowledge and understanding and growth, but also the wisdom to apply it, and with passion to serve not just yourselves, but higher causes, to generously benefit others and honor God throughout your journey of life. May the God of all creation, of the patriarchs, and of the resurrected Savior do all this for you and even more. Amen.